Welcome back to the third quarter of the BOBBY003 show, along with my sidekick, Mr. Andrew Guitros.
Good morning.
I think I gave you a welcome early, but we didn't shake hands like we always do. So we all still friends and buddies.
Trying to be.
But I want to make sure you get paid for the whole program.
Oh, well,
you know,
twice the money that way.
That's correct. You know, we're going to show some pictures of
breakfast.
At the breakfast, but I want to just talk real fast about the breakfast and what it's done for certain young people. The Ronald and Priscilla Cuny family, their young son Nick. When I started being Santa Claus, he was, I guess, just an infant back in those days. And I think it was last year, he didn't come this year, but they sent that check. Let me tell you, they're still
very generous.
Very generous. And that's kind of what I'm trying to say. It doesn't stop. They keep on. They realize that the clinic had helped. It doesn't do everything, but it helps, and it gives them self-confidence. And when he came, I guess it was last year, he was dressed up in a beautiful suit and tie. And, you know, I kind of looked at him and said, you know, I need to do this more often myself.
Last picture I saw of him, you know, on Facebook, his mom gets up on Facebook from time to time. And I saw a picture of him in some camouflage and a beard, kind of looking like the Duck Commander group. I mean, it wasn't that big of a beard.
Yeah.
You know, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, yep,
so, good morning, Nick, and the Cuny family.
And the Cuny family. Thank you all very much for all you have done over the years. I mean, let me tell you, Priscilla was one of the ramrods for years over there.
Let's show the breakfast pictures. We're going to talk about it. Everybody knows that we're still taking donations now, even though the breakfast passed last Wednesday. We're still taking donations. Our funding year is still going on. You can see Santa at the party for the kids here over at the Boys and Girls Club. And that's Miss Lynn Morrow cutting up with you. She's the director over for the Opelousas Area Cerebral Palsy Clinic. And you shaking hands with our own Freddie Herpin with the Daily World. Of course, the Daily World gives us such wonderful coverage every year of the event. And Freddie's pictures make them, of course. And there are the girls from Grand Coteau, from our Sacred Heart Academy. And if you see in the background, there are the boys with St. John Birchman's as well. So all active, helping out. There's our good friend Connor, who's so active with the clinic. And we got him a little four-wheeler years ago when he was a little toddler. He wrote a note to Santa. He wanted a four-wheeler. So we got him a little push four-wheeler way back when. And some of the families and kids, you'll see a lot of different families, a lot of different caregivers, and of course, right there's our own Susan Thompson with the clinic. She's a physical therapist at the clinic, been
and
with us
just
for years
so
and years.
dedicated.
Very much.
She knows each child. He knows the background, the families. Really interested.
You see some of the kids sit up very well, are very, very mobile, and others you'll see aren't nearly as mobile. It's all levels of therapy there at the clinic. Some really, really needy, some just needing a little push, just a little help. That's our little friend Lindsay Hebert from Port Barry, and Charles Going, who is the president of the clinic, and also a parent of Jade.
Of Jade,
right there.
There's Jade right there with the green blouse.
And some of the kids.
Jade's been coming since she's an infant there.
And I'm gonna be winging through because we got a ton of photos this week. So I'm just gonna kind of wing through so the parents can see. They're all up in the photo gallery if you recognize family members.
If you want to look at them carefully, take your time, or you see somebody, you can take it down and take it off and make a picture of it, right?
That's right, that's right. Email them around. And some of the ladies that help put all the food together and everything, Mrs. Morrow and the whole crew there. There is Santa Claus giving a hug to Miss Stacy Schultz. Stacy, who's on the board there, but also has twins that get services at the clinic as well. And they're the boys from St. John Birchman's. They were there to sing.
And we left just before that. So
that's Andrew Smith, who went to school with my Andrew. Mother's Miss Yo Smith, who taught at St. Ignatius for years and years, and Jim Smith, who's worked in TV, radio, and I guess a lobbyist.
A lobbyist. I remember state education department, possibly.
But you see a whole bunch of bunch of kids, a bunch of help. Now, here is actually from the breakfast itself. We showed some photos last week. I got a whole bunch more this week. Our three ladies that helped out at the front, Miss Yvonne Norman on the right, and we got Miss Gwen Frugier with the GFWC Unique Club, and Miss Betty Foray is somewhere in one of these pictures as well. And that's Lynn Morrow again with the group. David Link running around. Boy, I shocked him when I took his picture of that bright flash.
He looked like he was running right there.
He was running the setup, and there's all our chefs there. Again, we got Joey Quibido with Piggly Wiggly. We've got Ray Bello with Ray's Catering. We've got Chef Ernest Prejean with Prejean's Restaurant. Beth Swallow with Swallow's Dinner Club. Mitch Olivier with St. Landry Crawfish. And we've got Jason Huguet with Steamboat Warehouse. All of our group. The Billy's crew sent a whole bunch of boudin in the morning. You see that's all rolling nice and early. Our group from Dupree Carrier was there helping us out.
As
Stephanie
usual,
and the whole crew. And we've got
one of our regulars, Billy Jarrell.
Yeah, I got stuck. Billy Jarrell, I wanted to say his brother's name instead, but one of them's a bishop, and one of them
he likes
not.
he told us one day, he said, you know, my brother had the same opportunity as I did.
That's right, that's right.
And his brother, of course, is the Pope.
I'm
bishop. Not the Pope, I'm sorry, the bishop.
He works for the Pope.
He works for the Pope.
We got Keith A. Berkus, who does so much stuff to help different organizations, the backside of the track, how he just did a Thanksgiving meal for those folks. Last night we had a men's
blankets
mass.
And all kind of things that we give out.
We had a men's mass where they brought canned goods to give to Icon. Just a great guy. Want to recognize Keith for that for sure. And our district attorney Earl Taylor. And we've got here Kobe and Dirk Boudreau over Dirk with the Kiwanis this year.
And with Imperial, the Dirk Boudreau that I spoke about, that is Dirk.
There's our buddy Don Stanford there as well, running around. Man, I tell you what, good shape for a young man like he is. You know? And of course, all the sponsors. If you go ahead and look around on the pictures, you'll see all the different ones. The Crystal sponsors, some of the bigger donors to us, the Morrow family, the Dupre's, Reggie, and Opelous's General Spice that gave a sizable donation with the
made a 3-year commitment. That really helps our organization's fundraising. This commitment like
and
this.
The Platinum Group, which are our next level, and we got some of the folks. I'm gonna call a couple of names out, like St. Larry, Home Care, Gagne, Muller Electric. You got all the gold, and we got dozens of people that all have donated money. But we had a lot of pictures of the different kids from the clinic. Miss Lynn was also doing a wreath that I know the folks at 911 put together, the auction off. We got some of the girls from OPAC. We got Kelly and Belinda. We got the folks with Community Coffee, Mr. Travis Richard. We got Terry with OPAC. We got the Taylor brothers, Earl Taylor and his brother Harold. And
I haven't seen
don't see those two in a picture together too often.
No.
I don't know which one's hiding, but I got them both in one shot. So 2 guys from Palmetto and another guy from Palmetto taking the picture. How about this? LEC Group, all about helping people, home health care if you need medical supplies, if you need the equipment, if you need the therapist in your home. LEC Group can help you with locations throughout all over the United States.
Harold has moved to the new office on
Heather Drive. They've got hospice care, palliative care down there, and a full-blown workout center to keep you in shape. And let's keep rolling. We got the Stutes here, Mr. and Mrs. Stute, and of course he's got the air conditioning company. And we got Miss Lisa, but I don't want to call her Lacombe, but she's got a married name that's going to she works for the clerk's office now. And on the right, we've got Miss Lucy Sanamon. And we've got Barbara and Kenneth Thibodeau and Dr. Ken LaFleur there in the middle. And we got the Bellard family, Mr. AC on the right. And we've got his wife. And we've got Tim on the left. Of course, that does the poultry side of things and all the ladies. And Bob Carrier and Charlie Dore. And we've got Chief Perry Gallo. And we've got the chefs working in the kitchen. And we got the 2 ladies from Billy's Boudin. We got Annette Briscoe on the right, and we got Patsy Fry on the left. And then there's David Link's son, Addison, that was helping out with one of his buddies, and the name is going to
doing some community work. That's beautiful.
Right. You got to get your hours in whenever you go to these different schools, and they attend Ville Platte, Sacred Heart of Ville Platte. And I'm kicking through some of the kids that come from the clinic. We got the Litton family there. We got Miss Susan and Miss Betty. Good morning, ladies. Two young ladies just having a good time.
And Miss Betty's husband, Mr. George, George, who was in the insurance agency business for years, very successful, I might add, and probably one of the founders, or right after the founders, if he wasn't one of the original founders, was very dedicated until his death a few years ago.
That's correct.
With the clinic.
And our friend Don Stemmons from the Caring Crew area, with a whole bunch of guys from Caring Crew.
And we thank them, and we've gotten checks, by the way. We appreciate it.
And we got Jed with the whole Eunice crew with the Louviers with the Rivieres.
Jerry's daddy the daddy came later. Jed came first, and then they're sitting with Curtis Jobad, the former mayor and coach from Eunice, out of by way of Lawtell, Louisiana, and SLI with me. We took classes together, physical education, and by the way, Curtis called and left a message that
he was under the weather.
But his check is in the mail.
So we got Gerard right there, Gerard, and we've got Santa had just arrived, and Father Domingue from Leonville is there, and there's the two ladies again from Billy's. Santa takes lots of pictures with the ladies.
Oh yeah, that's
there's the Morrow family, and with Grandpa and Grandma, and then there is Miss Kelly Dupree helping out, serving coffee and mimosas, and look at her pretty apron
she was happy,
and she was fancy. And just I'm gonna whip through a whole bunch of people. Some of the nuns from Prompt Succor were there, and there's little Noah that was running around.
He never took his eyes off of Santa when I was near him. He loves.
And then there's Stacy Schultz on the board, and her husband, and the two twins that get services over at the clinic as well. And there you are with Earl Taylor. How about Keith Myers, one of the founders of LHC Group from Palmetto? Man, we had a good Palmetto contention. I want to thank them for how generous they are every year. And there we go with Mr. Blair Briggs, and I think one girl's his, and another one is Mr. Randy Wagley's girl. I think is how it goes. And we've got here Greg Doucette and Scott Pete. Even got me in a picture. I don't even know who took my camera and took the picture.
Pretty,
I was running, man.
No, you look so good. I'm going to use the word pretty.
Look out. You got Scott Pete pouring drinks. We got the Andreponts were there, and of course they helped donate a lot of the paper and all the ticket stuff that you see. Help us so much, Philip and Andre and the whole crew there. And there you are with Miss Kelly.
A close picture.
That's right. And I'm going to keep whizzing through all the different people in the crowd. I see Jim Lopez working tables. There's Randy Wagley there. There's Jay with Prairie Construction.
Prairie Contractors.
Excuse me, I got to say it the right way. Jay, very nice guy, well spoken.
Has a daughter at Tulane. They're friends with my daughter Megan.
And works with my cousin Richard LeBlanc over there.
And they have a picture of them
we got them
later.
Coming up. That's right. There's Josh Chotin working, and there's Miss Christine over on the right. Ledoux.
You know, Josh is already planning on the serving. They're gonna
they got a new technique to make it go quicker. Is what
next
he thinks.
year they're gonna.
Josh is a sharp
test.
guy.
Yeah, and it'll save a lot of time and a lot of walking.
That's good. You got Belinda and Kelly with the office there with OPAC, and there's the Young family. I want to thank Mr. Lee Young.
I was lucky to get them all together and thank them, and Lee and Shirley. I tell you, you've put the club in the hands of a hard-working young man and so dedicated, and we'll show you a picture coming up where we taking everything down in 30 minutes. The place was clean, and I said, golly, he says, I'm already thinking of how we're going to set up for next year. How about that?
And then there we got Mr. Joel on the right, and we got Dwight Ledoux and a whole big crew there. I see Keith Norman in the background, and everybody's smiling. I mean, you can see everybody's cutting up. There's Miss Mary Fitzgerald.
Next to me and her sister, Miss Rita.
There's my cousin Richard LeBlanc right there
and
with
Jay.
Prairie.
Yep.
And there's Mr. Briggs and Mr. Wagley side by side, and there they are with all the little girls cutting up as well. And we got you with
my brother Cody.
Brother Cody.
Good morning, Cody and Wilda.
And we got Judge Daigle there with us as well, who of course made a very nice contribution with that class action suit.
Class action suit.
Very nice and very thoughtful to think about us.
Yes.
And there's Noah again. Noah didn't miss any pictures.
No, he's a camera bug.
Well, we're going to take 1 minute break, and we're going to come back with more Breakfast with Santa and more sponsors as well.